Right guys, welcome back to the channel, and I'm here down at Darlington Dogs of War once again. And who are you? I am playing Ben once again. Ben, you've got another army again.
Huh? Yeah.
Another one.
Yep.
And it's another flavour of chaos. I didn't even get to play your Thousand Sons.
They're still here.
You still got them?
Yeah, I still got them for now.
Good, good. Well, maybe we'll get Thousand Sons hopefully soon. So, Ben has very kindly volunteered for me to test out High Fleet Orca on his Death Guard. So, I don't know how this is going to go. It could be quite brutal. But of course, we are at Darlington Dogs of War today, and it's always a fun day out, so please check them out on Facebook. And I am using Darlington Dogs of War dice today. The ones are the symbols. So, let's have a quick look through the armies. Okay guys, here we go. This is High Fleet Orca, or in this case I'm running Behemoth and Kronos. So I've got a grand total of 7 command points. The Kronos detachment is a Malanthrop. We've also got an Exocrine. We've got a DAC effects with 4 Devourers and I think Spine Banks and something else he has in there which I don't remember, but we'll get to it. We've got the Tyranids with a Rupture Cannon, and for anybody thinking I've jumped on the bandwagon, I haven't, because I've had this model for a very long time. And of course he's got the Rupture Cannon. And then I've got a unit of Hive Guard with Shock Cannons. And then for the Behemoth detachment, we're going to have 2 units of 30 Hormigants. I'm not going to set 60 up. And they've all got adrenal glands. We've got a Neurothrop whose psychic power will be Onslaught. We've got a unit of Gene Stealers with 2 sets of, I want to say adrenal glands. No. 2 sets of Acid Maws and Flesh Hooks. We've got a unit of Venom Throps. We've got a Trigon Prime. And with a poisoned Spike Freeze tail, and then we've got 2 Hive Tyrants. This one up here will be the Warlord. He's going to take the Imgal factor for the artifact, and he's also not going to suffer the penalties to the -1. Any penalties to his hit rolls as a result of what Ben might be about to do to him. But his psychic powers, he's going to have Catalyst and Psychic Scream. And this one down here is going to take Paroxysm and the Horror. And he is armed with 2 sets of Devourers. So lots and lots of bodies when I get them all out on the table, and lots and lots of shooting. So it's a kind of 2-pronged fork. Let's see what Ben's Death Guard entails.
So what we've got here is 2 10-man units of 20-man units of Poxwalkers.
Right.
Both running in as good, squishy, tanky units. Also do well against light infantry, considering they eat them and gain 1 back. We then have 2 units of Plague Marines in the back. There's 1 6-man with 2 Plasmas and 1 Power Fist and a Plague Sword. And then we have the 10-man with 1 Plasma, 1 Blight Launcher, and 1 Plasma Power Fist and a Plague Sword. Yeah. We then have a Bloat Drone in the back, armed with a heavy Blight Launcher, right, to deal with larger targets. We then, for our elites, have 1 unit of Death Shroud, 3-man, because they can easily take down 1 big monster on their own, and 5 of the Blight Lord Terminators, 1 with a Combi Plasma, 1 with a Combi Melter, 1 with a Combi Bolter, Blight Launcher, and a Flail. So massive mix. It's a massive mix, and it's made to deal with more infantry than actually big targets. Okay. We then have the major buffs, the thing that my army revolves around. We have the Tallyman in the back to recycle command points and to give everyone rerolls to hit in combat. We then have the Biologist Putrefier that gives every Blight Grenade +1 strength and extra damage, and any 6s cause a mortal wound in addition. We then have the Malignant Plague Caster, which has Biologist Vitality and Blaze of Putrefaction to give the extra strength and the extra wounding. Okay. We then have the Blight Spawn at the front to negate charge attacks, meaning that they fight on picking basis. We then have 1 Lord Contagion. He's armed with the Man Reaper, and he is my Warlord, which means he's going to be getting the Warlord trait. We then have Typhus in the back to buff the the zombies off. That's it. That's everything. What artifact have you took? The artifact is the Fulgus Helm, which adds 3 to the range of any of my aura abilities, and the Warlord trait is the one that allows me to reroll all fails for my plague weapons. Very, very nice.
So the mission today is tactical escalation, starting with 1 card apiece on this once ravaged world. An Eldar Viper has been cut down by the forces of Nurgle, and the Hive Fleet of Orca has turned up to consume what little biomass remains, but I think it's going to leave... Is it going to leave a bit of taste in Hive Fleet Orca's mouth, Ben? The rotten flesh of...
If there's any mouths left.
If there's any mouths left. Right, so we are playing chapter approved. We are, of course, using the spearhead assault. Is it spearhead assault?
Yeah,
Deployment type. These are Ben's very nifty 1,000 Suns objective markers. I've got no idea what number's what. Is it just literally 1 line, 2 line?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll find out what they are as they come around. So deployment-wise, in reserve, I've got the Trigon, both Hive Tyrants, and a unit of Hormigants. Ben has the Death Shroud Terminators, and I don't know what any of these guys here are doing, but he's seriously bubble-wrapped up. Meanwhile, I have bubble-wrapped a unit of 30 Hormigants. Now, I've got to remember that Synapse and everything doesn't cross fleet. So basically, we've got Kronos there in the middle, and Behemoth around the outside. So we are playing chapter approved here, which is +1 to the dice off to see who goes first. So I roll a 3 and Ben rolls a 7. And I have 7 command points available, Ben. That's a 1. I want to re-roll it. That's a 5. So Death Guard, turn 1. So Ben's drew Supremacy, and interestingly enough, in Tactical Escalation you can nominate 1 set of cards, and if you score them you score an additional point, but if you discard you lose 1. So Ben's nominated cards 11 through 16, which are the Death Guard specific ones, and I've just gone for 21 to 26, secure objective X. So Ben's done his movement, and basically everything has very, very slowly moved forward. Has anything actually advanced?
Yeah, the plague zombies, because they only have movement 4.
So the Poxwalkers, you mean, not plague zombies, Ben.
Old edition. Old edition.
But you do control 1, 2, 3 objectives. In fact, oh yeah, because your plague marines there anyway, because I was going to say you can only control 1 objective. But he is going to get that. So Psychic Phase. Have you got anything nasty that's going to go off here that we might need?
Just buffing, really?
Just buffing. Right, well, I don't think I'm within range to even stop him, so we'll come back with what Ben gets off and start with the shooting. Okay, so Ben's Psychic Phase was alright. You failed 1.
Well, it was more or less just buffing and just preparing for the onslaught.
So, what did you get off?
So what I first got off was Putrescent Vitality on the Marines in the front to stop any Strength 8 wound number 2s.
Yep.
Even though they didn't, it's toughness 6, so it reduces like your chance of wounding. And then we've got Miasma Pestilence on the Terminators in the back, because I know you've got some pretty heavy damaging stuff. And
that's -1 to hit them, is it?
-1 to hit them.
Cool. Cool. And then you tried to get off. There was another one.
I did try to get Blades Putrefaction off on the Poxwalkers on the right.
Yeah.
Just in case something deep strikes behind them, possibly getting mortal wounds on anything big and nasty that comes at them. It failed to get it. Rolled pathetically. It wasn't really too good.
And then a couple of Plague Marines at the front. The front 3 actually did 2 wounds to a Venom Thrope. Ben actually hit and wounded with a Blight Launcher, and then Command re-rolled the damage for only 2 damage. But next up, we've got the Forted Bloat Drone, which is targeting what?
You'll be talking the Exocrine.
Okay, so you're -1 because of the Malanthrope.
Yep.
You didn't move, so you're hitting on 4s?
Hitting on 5s.
5s, okay.
Because it's 4 base.
Okay.
And it's assault weapon, weirdly. Heavy Blight Launcher.
Wow. Okay. Now you need that again to wound.
Yep. Rerolling all fails because it is a plague weapon.
Oh god.
And the Warlord's Warlord trait is reroll all fails on plague weapons.
Oh my word. What's the AP on this?
-2.
-2. I'm a +1 because I'm in cover.
Yeah.
And I'm 50% obscured, so +1, -2,
So 4s.
-1, 4s. I'll take 2, go through. What's the damage on them?
D3, same as the Blight Launcher in the previous one.
So 4 wounds gone from the Exocrine. That wasn't a bad shot, that, Ben. Not a bad shot at all.
I mean,
I think he's going to need to retaliate, though, and do something nasty. So I think that's your turn.
yeah, Yeah.
And you score supremacy for D3 victory points, Ben.
Just one.
Command reroll?
Why not?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, worth it.
See if I use it as well.
So you need an exact 7 to not use the command point.
Nope.
No.
Still goes 3 on 1-5.
Okay, so turn 1 for Tyranids. I've drew secure objective 2, and it is number 22, so I will score 2 points if I manage to score this. So the Carnifex is pushed forward, so he's not going to get the reroll ones thanks to Kronos, but he's going to look to try and take out some of these Poxwalkers. Might as well give it a go. The Gene Stealers are pushed forward onto objective marker 2 to score me that. And the Trigon, of course, has popped up along with 30 Hormigans to try and get rid of these Poxwalkers. I have to kill the unit and fast, and I think they've probably got the dice to do it. Hopefully. Hopefully. The Warlord has popped up here, so he's got a Psychic Scream and Shriek, and Smite, rather, into the Lord of Contagion, hopefully. And the other Hive Tyrant has popped up to pour some Devourers into the Plague Marines. So let's see what happens in the Psychic phase. Okay, so we're just in the middle of shooting phase. In the Psychic phase, this guy got Smite and Psychic Scream off, managed to kill a Plague Marine and put a single wound on the Bloat Drone. And this guy did Catalyst on the Warlord and also Horrid up the Plague Marines there. Probably shouldn't have done the Plague Marines, but never mind, because in the shooting phase, I've just rolled this to hit. 1 miss against the Plague Marines. Probably should have gone for the Terminators, but never mind. Meanwhile, down this side, the Carnifex and the Hive Guard have killed about 12 of the Poxwalkers. So not all of them, but a fair amount. The Trigon Prime is not going to shoot, because if Ben takes from the front, that's a longer charge for me. So all of these are now wounding the Plague Marines on 3s, and I've got 6.
Okay.
I've got massive shovel hands, Ben, and even I can't pick them up, so can you lend us a hand?
There you go.
Thank you. Wounding on 3s. That's a very poor roll. That's a very bad roll. So you've got that many armor saves, and then Disgusting Resilience. So 3s. Wow, that was bad, and then 5s.
Yeah, all gone.
Yep, there was only 4 Marines left. That kills all of them. Okay, so first up, the Tyrannifex. I've got 2 lots of shooting left, which is the Exocrine and the Tyrannifex. The Tyrannifex is going for him, Ben.
Alright.
And he didn't move, which means he can shoot twice, and he's hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. So the first volley. 1 hit. Strength 10, toughness 7 with the drone.
Yep.
That's 1 wound. It is -3.
So 5 with Pinbun, 5 with armor save. Nope, fails it.
And a d6 damage for 4 Disgusting Resilience.
Yep. That's 1 passed.
So 3, and then I'm going to shoot him again. I can reroll the 1s. 2 hits. 2 wounds. 2 in-runs. Oh, and he bosses it both. Right, next up though, is going to be the Exocrine, and I'm going to use Pathogenic Slime, which I believe is 2 command points. That'll drop me down to 4 remaining. And I didn't move, which means I'm hitting on 3s, and I can shoot twice, and I'm re-rolling 1s, and I'm going to go for the Bloat Drone. So,
look at all these buffs.
Yeah, it's toughness 7 that though, isn't it?
Yep.
Ah, so I'm wounding on 4s. So the first volley, re-roll the 1s. So they all hit. I'm looking for 4s to wound. So that's 3 wounds, Ben.
Yep.
And it's 3 damage each, not 2 for each in-run that you fail. So you need 9 Disgusting Resilience.
Right.
That's a very good roll.
Takes
4 wounds.
So it lives on 2 wounds.
Wow. I know he's on 1. I did 4 with the Rupture Cannon, didn't I?
No, 3 with the Rupture
3 with the Rupture Cannon. Ah, does he degrade?
Yes, but not in shooting.
Right. That's bad, because I really, really want rid of him. But I feel like with this opportunistic moment whilst I've got Pathogen sign up, how many wounds did Death Shroud Terminators?
Well, the Blight Lords, 2.
But the Terminators themselves?
Yeah, 2 each.
2 each. I feel like I might as well go for them. I'm going to go for them, yeah. So I'll reroll the 1s. So 5 hits. I'm wounding you on 3s. I will... I've got 4 command points left, do I, or do I not? No. So that's just 3 in-runs.
Yep, 3 in-runs and 4 up.
Yep. And then 3 disgusting resilience. Oh, 1 damage. Should have gone for the blood drawn, Harry. Should have gone for the blood drawn. Next up, though, I think that is all my shooting, Ben.
Good stuff. That's all over, thank God.
I've got charges next. So, Trigon at these.
Right.
He's got adrenal glands, so I'm a +1, so I only need an 8. And I'm re-rolling because of Behemoth.
Yep.
I have to re-roll the whole lot. So he fails. The Hormigans. They also have adrenal glands, that's an 8. So I'll keep that. This Hive Tyrant is now going to attempt to charge against him. I'm feeling very brave.
Ballsy move.
See, I want to keep the 6, right? So if I want to do this, I need to command re-roll that 1 to something else, or re-roll the whole lot.
The chances of re-rolling are good.
I'm going to command re-roll the 1.
Right.
To a 12. So, he is going to charge to there, staying 3 inches away from the Terminators. Staying 3 inches away from the Terminators.
Why?
Because I don't want them to attack us. That's why.
You have to be an inch away.
Yeah, but I'm still staying away.
Yeah.
So, the Hormigans are going to get to move in as well. The Hive Tyrant, if I don't swing first with him, there's a good chance that you're going to kill him. So I'm going to go with the Hive Tyrant first. So, first of all, the Hive Tyrant is going first. He's got 5 attacks. He's at strength 7 because of the Imgal factor. I was hoping for the extra attack, Ben. But I am hitting, at the minute, on 2s. And I re-roll 1s because the Monstrous Scythe and Talons, and they all hit. Wound. So 1 doesn't wound. Monstrous Scythe and Talons are -3, Ben.
Yep, 4 saves.
Yep.
I'm going to re-roll 1 of them.
Okay.
Command point.
So he passes 2. That's 6 damage altogether.
Yep. And then just first quickly see if I waste a command point from the Tallyman. Yeah, I do waste a command point of that before. And then 6 damage.
6 damage, yep.
He lives.
He's got 6 wounds.
He's got 6 wounds.
Oh! This is where it matters though. Prehensile tail. It hits. Strength user, so 7. It wounds. You need to roll a 1 here, Ben. No. So now I'm pretty much going to lose me Hive Tyrant. We haven't moved them in yet, but we're going to move them in now. Now, Ben's just informed me he doesn't need to use his 2 command points to interrupt because they don't count as having charge because of who?
They're within range of the Blight Spawn.
What's the range on that?
The range of it is on a 7.
7 inches, so we'll double check the range on that. Okay, so I was just over 7 inches away from, is it the Tallyman?
The Tallyman.
Or was it the spawn?
No, it was Blight Spawn.
The Blight Spawn, which means that it wouldn't count as me not charging. But Ben's decided to use 2 command points to interrupt and then rolled exactly a 7, which means he doesn't spend the command points. So the Poxwalkers are now going to get to attack. But I am going to use a stratagem as well.
Dishing out the cards out.
I'm dishing the cards out, Ben, and I have no idea what it's called. Every time you kill one of these models, I roll a dice, and on the roll of a 6, you take a mortal wound. Okay, so I don't like this, Ben. So Ben's just killed 21 of these guys. I'll be pulling them from the back, of course. And Pathogenic Slime did 3 mortal wounds, and Ben passed 2 Disgusting Resiliences. But I've double-checked the FAQ, and the Poxwalkers can go above their starting strength. That is unbelievable. So Ben would actually get an additional 21 Poxwalkers here. But you don't own 21 more, do you?
I don't own 21 more, but luckily you killed some before.
So you get 12?
Yeah, about 12, 13.
Which still isn't great.
Yeah, it's still not good for you.
So I'm going to get to attack back before he hopefully doesn't kill me Hive Tyrant. So attacking back with the Hormigans, I did 2 wounds. And Ben passed both Disgusting Resiliences. You horrible, horrible man.
I strive to improve.
Do you know, bring blast templates back?
Yeah, if they brought blast templates back, this would be a horrible idea.
So anyway, he's attacking back at the Hive Tyrant.
Yep.
What's he hitting on with these horrible acts? No -1s?
No -1s.
Oh.
So, 2s to hit.
That's a 1.
3 hits.
A command point in it?
No.
Nope.
How many wounds do you have? 12?
12.
No.
No? Okay.
Strength, toughness?
I'm
6?
toughness 7.
Toughness 7? So
Yes,
you've
it's
got
gone
5
up.
then.
So Ben's just double checked his strength 6 and he's needing 5s to wound me.
Yep. Rerolling all fails because it is plague weapon and he does have the waller trait.
Okay.
Whoops.
For nothing.
I still can't roll anything.
I'll take that. So I believe that is the end of turn. And I secure objective 2, but I score 2 points for it because it is, of course, the deck. It is, of course, the deck of cards that I chose to go from. So the score is 2.
3 to 3 basically. Just got first blood.
Yes. So 3-3. So at the start of Death Guard turn 2, Ben rolled the dice for an on a 4+ things take a mortal wound, and the Hive Tyrant did, but he ignored it with Catalyst. And Ben has drew secure objective 5 and Big Game Hunter. So Ben, you're going to hopefully take out the Hive Tyrant, you reckon?
Yeah.
Hopefully. The Poxwalkers, of course, are holding up the Hormiguns here. And all the Marines have moved round. These Poxwalkers advance onto objective 5, and the Bloat Drone has moved round, probably looking to take on the Trigon. Are your Terminators coming down though? No, not yet. Not yet.
Your bubble wrap is still there.
It's not going anywhere.
It will be soon when it's lying dead on the ground.
Oh, that's fighting talk.
It is fighting.
I've got a lot of shots that I need to get rid of them Poxwalkers with though, like fast. So Psychic Phase happened and Synapse or Shadow in the Warp came in useful, Ben. Yeah. Didn't it?
Yeah.
So, Ben tried to get 2 powers off and I can't remember the names of them.
I tried to get off. Actually, I think I tried to get 3 off. But one inevitably failed, as always. I tried to get Putrescent Vitality off.
Yeah.
To give me them extra strength and toughness bonuses on the Blight Lords. But obviously you stopped that, being the blissful Psychic Supreme.
And I actually managed to roll a 9.
Yeah. And then tried to cast Blades of Putrefaction on them, because that would have been very useful, but yeah, again, you stopped that.
And then you failed.
Failed Miasma. It's just simple stuff.
And
However,
then you did get...
Yeah, I did get Gift of Contagion off on the Trigon Prime, and now he has 1 less attack.
That's it.
Pretty much it. Yeah.
So, shooting phase. Let's see if Ben can take down any of Hive Fleet Orca. So, shooting phase. This guy's flamer down here, and everything from these Terminators poured into the Hive Tyrant, and he's still on 6 wounds, Ben.
The combat's where it counts.
It does, it does. The Blight Launcher from this managed to kill the wounded Venom Thrope, and then the Blight Launcher from the squad of Plague Marines actually killed the other 2, rolling 3 damage for each one, cutting through the armor of the Venom Thropes, and then killing 6 Hormigans with the bolt guns. So there's not much shooting in your army, Ben.
No, it's like I said, it's like kind of counter-attacky. So you've got to charge me first.
Which is exactly what I wanted to do, but then I realised I don't want to do it.
But at the same time, you've got quite a massive, large shooting force, which was the main downside that I wanted.
Yeah. So are you charging us?
Yeah.
I'll Overwatch with me tongue.
Yeah. Okay, sure.
Charge,
I'll Overwatch by licking you, right? Okay.
charge distance.
The charge distance for the Terminators.
Oh god, they're in. Is that the only charge, or have you got more?
We'll probably be keeping it there, actually, yeah. There's not much else that really wants to.
Right, so I'm guessing I forgot to mention the movement phase as well. Of course, the Lord retreated. So, you're going to get all them in, Ben. So, let's see what damage they can do, because I'm guessing they're not very nice.
No, they're not very nice against infantry.
Right.
Big monsters, however, there's a reason why I tried to buff them up.
Okay.
All
different weapons, have they?
Yeah, well, they have 3 bubonic axes.
Right, let's go with them first. So how many attacks each?
2 have 2, 1 has 3, being the champion.
Okay. So 7 attacks.
Yep.
3s?
3s?
You know, -1 for the axe?
Nope. Nothing is at -1 in this.
And then you wound, what strength are you?
I'm strength 5, so I wound on 5s.
But you re-roll them because it's a plague weapon?
It's a plague weapon and the warlord trait. So far 2.
Yeah.
Make that 3.
3.
These are -1 AP.
Okay.
Extra. So it's -3, that's -2.
Well, I don't care.
Oh. Sport.
So I will command point that. Okay, what's the damage?
1.
Oh, no.
You could have asked me before.
And then catalyst.
Yeah.
No, so I'm down to 5 wounds. What's next?
The sword, it's not too fancy, it's a sword.
Okay.
2 attacks. Just 1 hit. 5s. No. Rerolling. Yes.
AP?
AP -3.
Pass save.
Yep. The flail. This is probably the best thing it could to have against you.
So really, I should have actually gone with command point. Anyway, what are you hitting on?
This is first for attacks, because each attack is D3 attacks.
Ah.
So he gets 3 attacks, hits on 3s. Can't roll to hit, can't roll, even roll on the table.
Yes! Everybody give Ben a round of applause. Well done. Well done, Ben. Well done. So, I get to strike back the Imgal factor. Gets me +1 attack. I like this, Ben. You know why? Because now I have 6 attacks.
Okay.
And each one's 3 damage. So I hit on not 2s now, because I'm degraded. But I am strength 7.
Yep. 3s.
And it's -3 for a flat 3 damage.
Yeah, 4 up.
Wow. Wow, everybody give Ben a round of applause. Oh my God. So we did that slightly out of sync there. We forgot about, yeah. Ben should have gone next with the Poxwalkers, basically. I wasn't going to interrupt with that because I survived. He's killed the Poxwalkers, then my Hive Tyrant is struck. So Ben, secure objective 5, you do score.
Yes.
But you don't score Big Game Hunter.
Yeah, because someone was a potato.
Well, that was your Terminator's fault, not mine. Not mine at all. So you score 1 more point, which puts the score at 4-3, and it's over to Tyranids turn 2. So I've drew Dominate and Swarm, control more objective markers than Ben, and cast 3 psychic powers. So basically, everything here has remained where it was, apart from the Hive Guard have pushed forward, and they're going to try and take out this thing. Please tell me this has the vehicle keyword.
Yes.
Yes. The Hive Tyrant has jumped up here. He's going to lend a hand with Smite to try and kill some of the Terminators here, along with this guy. But then he's going to pour the Devourers into this squad. I need to minimise this squad in fast. And then the Trigon. Actually, you know what? I'm going to move him the other way, Ben. He's not going backwards. He's going to go forwards.
Woo.
Oh, because you get 1 Poxwalker if you kill him.
No, I don't even get 1 Poxwalker. It's infantry.
You don't even get 1?
Nope.
Oh, yes.
Weird.
That's alright. That is alright. How many command points have you got left?
I've got 4 still.
Huh. Yeah, I'm not charging the Gene Stealers yet. Not yet. So anyway, Psychic Phase. This guy's going to smite, and he'll hit them. So that is D3 mortal wounds for 2. So kills 1. Okay. This guy is going to smite.
Yep.
And I get it on an 8, so I'll hit these.
Yep.
So D3
yeah.
for 3. Three single mortal wounds. So 1 was on 1 wound, and then you kill another Terminator.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
Okay. So, his other power. He's going to cast Catalyst on him. Are you surprised? Catalyst, please tell me it is casting value of 5. No, it's 6. So I'm going to spend a command point to reroll the 2. So it is 6, Ben. You can stop it though.
Yep.
And he stops it. So I'm down to 1 command point. He's then going to smite for a 9.
I'm then going to try and stop that.
So yep, you'll be -1. So you need an 11 to stop it. Nope. So D3 for 1 more on the Terminators, and he doesn't stop it. And then I'm going to go for Psychic Scream on those guys as well. And I get it on a 9, D3 mortal wounds for 1. So that kills the other Terminator. So that's not bad. That's not bad. I need to kill a couple of them. So let's move into the shooting phase and see what we can now do. Ben, where's the rest of your army? So the Carnifex killed the Poxwalkers that were here.
Yeah,
the 2 Hive Guard that could reach had a go at the blood drone and only did 1 wound.
Yep.
I rolled a 6 to wound, D3 mortal wounds, and I rolled a 1. So the Tyranids had to take it out. And then in turn he also killed 1 Plague Marine, which worked out exactly well because then the Exocrine double tapped, re-rolling the 2 1s, getting an extra 2 hits, and killed all the Plague Marines.
Yeah.
So
I in all honesty, wanted to kill him turn 1, but yeah. Bubble wrapping is...
Yeah. So, how many Poxwalkers did I kill here? 7?
Yeah, about 7.
7 or 8.
Yeah.
So, not as many as I hoped, but yeah, not too bad. Which is the guy that stops me from counting as being charged. So I'm going to charge over there anyway.
Yeah.
But you can still interrupt. So, Tervagon, so he gets a 7. I can't math today. So he's going to go there. It also means less attacks as well, because then you can't pile in as far. But, Imgar factor on him. +1 attack. I like this, Ben.
You seem to.
So he's hitting on 3s now, I believe.
Yeah, he was on the minuses.
But I get to reroll 1s to hit.
Yep.
Because of dual monstrous talons. When I find it in the codex, because everything is all over the place. So the Hive Tyrant, weapon skill 3+, yes. So I'm rerolling the 1s. They all hit. I'm strength 7. When you're on 3s, Ben. 4 saves. I would very much like you to fail 2 here. Oh, what again? And then I've got a prehensile tail, which hits. It wounds.
Oops.
1 save.
Yep. 1 save. They were both there. If you want to roll the other one.
Fair enough.
Well.
Fair enough. Are you interrupting?
No, because that one's the one that charged.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so that should have gone first, actually.
Yeah, but you're going first in both ones. I didn't really care. Just punch me.
Okay. So the Toxicrane managed to kill 5. D6 damage on them Scythe and Talons. One of them did 4 damage, and Ben absolutely bossed it. A Poxwalker saving a 4 damage attack. And then they did 1 attack, 1 wound back on the Trigon. So, hopefully, I can at least keep them tied up now. Hopefully. So, down here, Ben. Because, you know, my Hive Tyrants fail to do anything at all to these... Yeah.
Right. So, first the flail, 2d3 attacks. So, 3 again. 3's to hit. Hits once this time at least.
Yep.
And then 5's to wound. Rerolling all fails. Wounds.
Yep.
This is at -2, so you're 4 up, sorry.
4 up in run, which I pass.
Yeah, as you would. And the axe. 1 hit.
Yep.
5's to wound.
Rerolling.
No, nothing.
And that's it.
Yeah.
So, that was the end of my turn, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did I get 3 psychic powers off? Yes, I got 3 smites. So, I scored Dominate for a grand total of 1 point. I'm going to keep Swarm because I think I've got a good chance.
Dominate? Because Dominate was the...
Dominate, not domination.
Right.
So, I'm going to keep Swarm because I reckon I can probably jump onto objectives next turn. And that's it for turn 2. Ben, you actually don't have much left.
This stuff is the stuff that carries things.
So we decided to swap sides a little bit, and Ben has done his movement phase. He has dropped the Terminators here. Outline the site, Ben. Why?
What do you mean, why?
Well, I'm genuinely asking why.
There's a bit of
Oh.
problem and bubble wrap. The problem would be easily solved if there wasn't bubble wrap. It's like trying to solve a maths equation when you don't have braille and
Ben,
you're blind.
That was your bubble wrap.
It wasn't really. It was fun. And it's not really bubble wrap, is it? It's doing the damage.
So anyway, he's still got Big Game Hunter. He's got Defend Objective 3, which is that one.
No.
You know you want to defend. Go on, Ben.
Well, if they fight all the way through there, that's going to be brilliant.
And then what's the other one you've got?
Symbol of the Fly God.
Symbol of the Fly God, which he has to control exactly 3 objectives. So he's going to have this one because these are troops, aren't they? He's going to have that one, and then he just has to kill that Hive Tyrant.
I called it anyway because I outnumber you.
Indeed, you do. So that is exactly his 3. So Psychic Phase, Ben.
Before that, Grandfather's Blessings.
What's this? A stratagem?
Yeah.
Right,
Basically, heal a model, D3 wounds.
And who's healing?
My Warlord.
Oh, how many command points is that one?
3.
Ah, I get it for 2, I think, or 3.
Oh no, sorry, it's 2. Yeah, you're right.
Cool.
So, see how much? 2.
2 wounds, so he's back up to 3.
Yeah.
Not bad.
See if I spend it.
Oh, because you have to roll a 7, don't you?
Yep. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna do another ballsy thing. I'm gonna re-roll this using the stratagem re-roll.
Right, to stop the 2, but then you get to roll that one. Right, so Ben needs a 3 here.
Which I do.
Oh my god, so he gets that for free, and then you get
See if I
the.
spend the 1.
That's a cock, go for it.
No,
That's
get
an
that
8.
one back, though.
Wow, so you only spent 1 command point.
Spent 1.
That's tricky. Can I have some dice now, please, so that I can stop some of your psychic powers? I only need 2, Ben.
Don't worry, that's enough for you.
Right, so Psychic Phase.
Right.
What's happening?
Right, first,
Yep.
I'm gonna cast. What I'm gonna cast first is I'm gonna probably cast Putrescent Vitality.
Right. On.
And he's gonna cast it on them.
Okay. What's the cast? Well, that's a peril.
I'm gonna.
Are you using? You've got 3 command points left. You're at -1. What's the casting value of it?
It's definitely not cast, but no, I'll take the damage.
Okay. So 2, and then
Cast the resilience it.
for 1. And who was that from? Was that
the Malignant Plaguecaster.
who's down there?
Yeah, around the corner.
Right. So next.
Blades of Putrefaction on them.
Okay.
So cast on a 9.
Drops to an 8. This hive. What does it do anyway?
+1 to my wound rolls, so they wound on 4s, and any rolls of a 6 cause a mortal wound in addition to normal damage they do.
Okay, yeah, I'll try and stop that. So you rolled an 8, which counts as
No,
a 7.
it's a 9 which got dropped down to.
Ah, right. I'll stop it. Sorry.
That went downhill.
My psychic normally sucks, right? But my denies have been on fire, haven't they?
Yeah, they've been horrible.
What's next?
The nice and typical smite from Typhus.
Okay, which will hit the. Oh, command point.
No, I'm gonna take it.
Okay,
Take damage.
for 1, disgusting resilience.
No,
Typhus is down to 4 wounds. Is that all your psychic?
1 more.
1 more.
That's it.
What's next?
Then I might be just planning to jump out the window. I'm gonna cast. Oh, I still have Gift of Contagion. Gift of Contagion on the
Trigon.
Trigon again.
6 drops to a 5.
So
Casting value.
no, casting value 7. You can do it.
Okay. So I don't even get to deny with me other one because you failed everything.
Yep.
So Ben has very little shooting left to do. But let's see if he does anything. Okay, so the shooting phase is over. Ben basically did 3 wounds with the with the flamer, and then you did 1 wound with the grenade, and that was it. That's not a lot, Ben.
No.
Are you charging the Hive Tyrant?
No.
Why?
They
He,
are all,
he wants to drown you with Devourers.
and what they're going to drown you in is their own blood as they like slit their throats in front of you.
Oh, lovely. Thank you.
They don't have any combo weapons.
Are you doing any charges? I'm guessing he's going to charge a Hive Tyrant. So a bit easy because it's less than a 2-inch charge. So
That's it.
so he going first.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go with him. How are you? See if you can kill me, Hive Tyrant.
Yeah.
I don't want you to. 2s.
5s. He's gone for round 2 and just done
Yep.
bollock all.
So then you get first activation.
These guys, because if he turns back, he's probably going to kill him. So the flail,
Yep.
3 attacks again. May I say, this has been like the worst luck I've ever played since playing this game. Nope, nothing. And then the axe.
3 hits.
2 wounds, rerolling 1. Nope, just 2 wounds and 2 imbuns.
1 goes through. 1 damage.
Uh-huh.
Okay, drops into 4. I'll take that. So there's no point in me going back over there. So I'm going to go back with this guy. Now he has 6 attacks, but he gets an extra one because of his thing. So 3s. I'm winning you on 3s because strength 7.
Yep.
There you go. D6 each. That's a good roll for you. So we'll work that one out of camera because it's going to take Ben a while to do that. So that's all them dead. Meanwhile, the Hive Tyrant now gets to go back. So he's got 5 attacks base plus an extra attack for the Imgal factor. I like this extra attack one. So the 2's going to miss now because of how wounded I am. And that's not good. Oh, sorry, this is against the Lord of Contagion, by the way. Oh, 3 damage, 3 disgusting resilient. Oh no, why?
At the very least, if one thing we can do is live long. Apparently the others didn't want to, but...
Okay, so do you score anything? Well, you don't score defend objective 3.
I was still going to do them, but...
Oh yeah, you do. Sorry. Yeah. But do you actually score... You don't score big game... You don't score big game hunter.
Yeah, I scored that.
Which one's that? Symbol of the Fly Lord, which means because he's going to control that one, he controls that one, and he controls that one, so that's 3 for 1 victory point. So amazingly, they actually did 6 wounds that round, Ben. My saving was horrendous. Ben rolled hot for his wounds, and then I passed 3 out of 7 saves, something like that. But Ben actually scores D3 victory points. D3 victory points, Ben, for 1. And interestingly enough, you did use a command point in the shooting phase to re-roll the number of shots for your flamer. So you're down to how many now?
I'm down to 2.
2 left, and I've got 1 to go. Tyranids turn 3. Can we do some serious destruction? I hope we can. So Tyranids turn 3, I've got Swarm still, so control more objectives than Ben. And as it stands, we're going to be on 3 each. I've got Supremacy and Blood and Guts, kill something in the assault phase, which might be difficult, but we've moved everything around. The Hormiguns have moved and advanced onto this objective. These 2 have pushed forward, hopeful to try and kill some of these guys. The Hive Tyrant here, it's going to be a lot of shots to take out Typhus and the Tallyman, but I've got to go for it. The Gene Stealers have pushed forward. If I can get a last couple of them, then I'll be able to hopefully make the charge and get into that objective, because the Gene Stealers will count as scoring. At least if I can stop Ben from scoring that by getting the Gene Stealers within range, it might pay off. Might pay off. So, Psychic phase. So, I believe, Ben, that Neurothrope can't see that. So the Neurothrope is going to score that objective for me. It's a bit suicide, but I need to try and push forward as fast as I can. So the Neurothrope's basically going to end up casting Smite on them. And he fails it. But I can reroll 1s because Neurothrope. I get it on a 7, 8. D3 mortal wounds for 1. So I kill 1. Yay. This guy's now going to Smite, which will hit the Tallyman, which fails. He's then going to cast Catalyst on him, which I get.
I can stop with him.
Okay. Ben stops it. He's now going to cast Smite. I'm going to go on the Lord of Contagion. I will use a command point, my last one, for a 5. So I do get 5 altogether, Ben.
So does it hit the Lord of Contagion, or is it...
It's going on the Lord of Contagion. It's closest, but because you're base to base, I choose. So it's going...
wasn't it the characters wouldn't get picked?
Yeah, but you're base to base, so the...
Okay, that's fine.
So D3, are you not stopping it?
No.
2 mortal wounds. He's dead. And then, of course, I'm going to Psychic Scream on the Terminators, and I get it on a 7. D3 mortal wounds for 1. Stops it on a 10, a 12 even. Nice shooting. Psychic, Ben. Right. This isn't going to go according to plan. I've got a really bad feeling about this. So, there's 1 damn Poxwalker left, right? And what I should have done was I should have fired the Hive Guard at them first, because they were out of range. The Tyrannifex can't see Typhus. The Exocrine went for Typhus. He rolled very badly. And Ben, I got 4 wounds through. Ben unfortunately passed one disgusting resilience, leaving Typhus alive on 1 wound. And there's 1 Ruddy Poxwalker left because the Tyrannifex has ruptured cannon all 6 hits because he fired twice and rolled a double 1 from your wounds, which didn't kill him. And unfortunately, the Hive Guard failed to kill Typhus. So I need to. That's a long bomb charge, but I have to make it in order to contest this objective, or he needs to kill them. So your Poxwalker doesn't have any reserve, any Overwatch, does he?
No.
So, can you measure that charge distance for them Gene Seals for me, please?
That is a 11.
Okay. So, 11, re-rolling. Re-rolling because of Behemoth? No. Which means I've got no other charges to make. And I've just realised that my Hive Tyrant is going to be on a suicide mission here. So the Imgal factor from this one, I get +1 toughness. Oh, no, sorry, it was +1 strength.
Yeah, it's like +1 strength, yeah.
Which doesn't really do anything for us. No. So I'm hitting on, I'm wounded 3s. So the 2 misses. I re-roll the 1 because of dual scythes. And then I'm strength of 7. Still 3s, which means, oh, I'll take that. Come on. 2 go through. 3 damage each, Ben. You need to pass 2 on each one. Well, that's 1 dead. Oh, he passed it, but he's dead. Which does mean, in fact, that I actually control this objective. I control this one and these 2. So not only do I score Supremacy, I actually score Swarm. Swarm's only for 1 point, but Supremacy is for 2 points. And Blood and Guts kill something in the assault phase. I also score that as well, so that's a full house this time, Ben. How do you feel about that?
Let's put it simply, after half the army disappeared from 1 shooting phase, I think everything just started feeling a bit down after that.
But can you take the moral victory? Can you kill the 2 Hive Tyrants and the Trigon?
That's a moral victory? I
Yeah.
think I can do that quite easily.
Okay. So super quick turn now. Ben's got secure objective 1, master the warp, big game hunter, and domination. You've got 7 units, Ben. I reckon you could get domination.
You know what? I bet you at the end of this turn, I will have all objectives.
Anyway, so he's going to go for big game hunter probably to kill this one. Master the warp. There's a Psyker down there somewhere. Typhus is there. This guy is on 8 wounds. He's on 5 wounds. You can quite easily get big game hunter and potentially get 3 kills with big game hunter. Potentially. Possibly. So, what shooting have you got, Ben? Oh, in fact, psychic phase. Let's do your psychic phase, because I always forget about that.
Yeah.
So,
let's do that first.
what are you doing first, then?
First, I'm going to cast the nice traditional Smite.
Okay.
From the Mind the Playcaster. I'm going to use a reroll.
Okay. So you get a 5, which fails because you're at -1 because of Shadow of the Warp.
Yeah. Next, I'm going to do... He's going to do Putrescent Vitality on Typhus.
Okay.
So I cast on a 7.
Is it value 6 or 7?
It's a value of 6.
Right, okay, so it goes off because of the -1.
Yep.
And I stop it.
Yeah. Typhus is then going to cast... he's going to cast Smite himself.
Yep. 8, so 7. And no, so it goes off.
Sweet.
D3 wounds.
Yep.
Just the 1, so that drops this guy down to 7 wounds. Is that it?
And then
Have you got more?
He's going to cast the Gift of Contagion on him.
Yep.
No.
No, and I can't stop it anyway. And that's it. So, have you still got the dodgy flamer thing?
Yeah, so with the dodgy flamer thing.
Right, Howie, then let's do the dodgy flamer thing first. Which
I
one?
don't know whether to do that first. I'm going to do the black grenades first.
Okay.
So there's 2 black grenades there. One's a special black grenade, but that one's the exact same as special because it gets buffed.
Okay.
So each one's a d6, so that's 9.
Oh.
And then
3s.
2 misses. And these are 5s or 6s to wound.
And 6s
Cause
cause...
mortal wound in addition, and they're all 2 damage.
You've thrown them under there, loads. So there's 1 6,
That's it.
which takes a mortal wound.
Yep.
Drops them to 3. And 2 damage each, which kills him. Oh, I've got one reroll left.
Didn't you use it to stop the...
No, I've got one command point left, Ben.
Didn't you use it for the reroll on his Perils of the Warp?
I did, sorry. So, that's Warlord.
Yeah.
I got your Warlord, though.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. What's next?
Yeah, I did.
Flamer?
Flamer's going to do his old traditional burp. That's 3 shots. See the strength? I'm going to re-roll that with the to bring me down to
one command point
left.
Oh, that's horrible.
So it's 3s to wound, 2 4-ups.
Pass them both.
And then 1 blight grenade from him.
Yep. 6 shots. I don't like this. 3 hits in 5s. 1.
1 armor save.
Which I fail.
So take 2.
Drops him to 5 wounds remaining now.
And then Typhus's ranged weapon.
He has a ranged weapon?
Yeah, he has a ranged weapon.
What does he have? A ball pit? Oh no.
Basically, the power sword flies.
But it only hits on 5s.
Only hits on 5s.
Okay.
So, 2d6 shots.
10. That's not bad.
That's a hit.
What? I'm sure these red dice are weighted, Ben.
Man, I wish they were. They do a lot better, considering they've been rolling a lot of double ones recently, haven't they?
Yeah, but you don't even talk to me about that.
No, I have seen some disgusting rolls. And then,
Strength?
Strength 4, so
5s again.
6s, and re-rolling 1s because it's a poison weapon. Just 2, -3, so 4 damage.
Both go through. Is it 1 damage?
1 damage each, yeah.
Drops him to only 3.
Over here.
Do you see what's happening here? I'm baiting you in, right, so that I can shoot you with all this.
That's fine by me, I'm accepting the bait. Those 3 are going to flamer the Gene Stealers.
Oh. Just normal flamers?
With plague weapon.
Oh, okay. I don't like this.
So 4 shots because the lead has 2.
Yeah.
11, 15.
15 shots. What's the strength?
3.
So you're winning me on 5s.
Yeah. So 5s rolling 1s, and I got 6 more on this because I didn't have 6 dice on me.
Yeah.
So rolling 1s. 2. So 5 so far.
Yeah. And 6 more, did you say, or 5 more?
Yeah, 6 more. So 7 in total.
7, 5 up invulnerables. I pass 2, so 5 Gene Sealers die. And you know what? I'm going to take the 5 closest. So Ben, that's shooting, isn't it? Charges. Who's charging what where?
We're going to first have the Talon Man charging.
Oh, against the Tyrant.
Yeah.
Right.
Tyrant on 3 wounds.
So what we'll do is work out all the Overwatch and come back with who makes it in and see what happens. Okay, so Typhus and the Taliman are in here, and these guys made a multi-charge against the Gene Stealers and Trigon. So Ben's going first here with Typhus. How many attacks?
4 attacks.
3s, I'm guessing?
2s.
2s.
So all hit.
Strength?
He is strength 8. 7, sorry.
7, so 4s.
Rerolling 1s.
Oh, that's 4.
All 4.
I don't like
Each
this.
one will kill you.
Yeah. Boom!
You've retaliated accordingly.
Wow, did not expect that.
Right. We'll try then.
Okay.
So 3s. Nothing. Rerolls to hit because of Talman's ability. No, nothing.
Wow.
Double flunky.
Wow. So, are you going next with these?
Yeah, these.
I can't interrupt because I've got no command points, so...
Yeah.
Who's going where?
The champion's going into them.
Yep.
And those 2 are going into him.
Okay, so who's first?
So we'll do the champion first into them.
Yep.
So 3s.
There's 1 on the Trigon's base there.
Yeah, don't worry. That's just the 1.
Reroll it.
That was just the 1, it was flat.
Okay.
And then 2s to wound because I'm strength 8.
Okay.
Reroll 1s because I've got a plague weapon. So 3 5-ups.
kills 2. Trigon.
2 normal.
That's bad.
3's to wound.
Hang on, what's... Oh, yeah, extra strength 8. AP?
AP minus 3.
So 6 up. Oh, and what's the damage?
D3.
For 2, drops him to 3 wounds remaining. So I've got a Gene Stealer, a Hive Tyrant, and a Trigon to attack back. Let's see how well we can do. So the Trigon did alright. He got 3 wounds through, but then rolled a 1, and a 3 for his damage, which in the end only killed 1. The lone Gene Stealer put a single wound on these guys, and then the Hive Tyrant has put 2 wounds on Typhus. Ben's just rolled that for his save.
Use my final command point.
Last command point.
Yeah, he lives.
Cool.
See if I get it back. No.
Nope.
All command points gone now.
So, that's everything. What do you score, Ben? You score Big Game Hunter for killing this guy. Master the Warp, did you get anything off?
Yeah, smite.
Yeah, you did.
And then I secure objective 1 because I outnumber you.
Oh yeah, so you do.
So I get
3 points. And your Scarred and Domination? Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I think that's probably the best.
Yeah. Let's move into Tyranids turn 4, and this might mop up now, Ben. Might. Okay, so everything was going according to plan until them horrible Death Shroud Terminators decided they didn't want to die. So I was like, alright, Rupture Cannon, first shot, bang. Ben fails his in run, 2 damage, passes his Disgusting Resilience. So I was like, right, second shot, bang. Ben passed them again. So I was like, fine, Hive Guard, bang. Passed them again. In the end, it was the Exocrine's first shot that eventually took him down. That was more firepower than I cared to try and do, Ben. So then the second shot killed Typhus, and then all the Devourers from the Carnifex did nothing, and all the Devourers from the Hive Tyrant did nothing. And I'm not going to charge Ben. That is everything. So, I do score Witch Hunter because I killed Typhus.
Yep.
I don't score Defend Objective 4 because I've only got it for 1 turn there. Defend Objective 6 is that one, which I don't get. There's a Poxwalker there, I forgot about him. But I do get Secure Objective 5, and it is a number 20 card, which means I score 2 points for that. So I'm going to discard Defend Objective 4. So Ben, what cards have you just drawn?
Well, Harry, I think you'll be quite happy with this. Disgusting Devotions, so I need to pass Disgusting Resilient rolls.
Right.
If I had that last turn, it would be brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We got Blood and Guts, probably not going to do that, because none of them are made for, you know, the normal role of punching people in the face. But then here's the fun stuff. We got Assassinate.
Yep.
No Prisoners.
Yep.
And Scour the Skies.
So just kill something that flies, and kill something that flies that's a character.
Yeah.
What meets all of them categories, Ben?
Possibly your Hive Tyrant that's on 3 wounds.
So, are you moving your Poxwalker?
No, he's a man. He can stay there.
He's staying there, is he?
He's a true man.
Right.
In fact, I might make him do a tactical retreat.
Okay.
Just to win me the game.
Are you actually running him?
Yeah, no way.
Go on then, move him.
Oh, I need to,
Is he running as well?
yeah, he's running.
Wow.
Yeah, he's going
7 inches. So, I'm guessing, are you moving them down here? Just so that oh, you've got 4 characters there.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So, Psychic Phase.
Yep.
Smite.
Smite first.
Who's this one from?
From him.
Okay, so that's a 7. Wow, good job I don't peril, isn't it?
So the first thing is you, when I cast a Psychic Power on a 7 or more, the nearest enemy unit takes immediately 1 more wound.
What's this for?
Pestilential Fallout, which is a special rule.
Oh, so that's 1. So then D3.
D3.
Oh. And do you know what I've been forgetting as well?
What?
When me monsters die, I'm supposed to roll to see if they explode.
Yeah, see if it explodes, because that's going to hurt.
No. So there goes my chance of line breaker, I reckon. What else are you doing, Ben? Oh, is that turn?
Oh, no, I am. Yeah, that is.
That's turn. So you score 3 points.
Yeah, I just got 3 points. Just the 3.
We've just counted them. How many points were you on before you scored that? How many
11.
You're 11 and you just scored 3?
Yeah.
And you've got Slay the Warlord, but that's including the 11. And I think I've got 11. So at the minute, it's a draw with a Tyranid turn to go. So I've got Defend 6 from last turn. I've now drawn Defend 3. Scour the Skies I now can't score. Secure 3 and Domination. So basically, I'm getting 1 point here for for securing Objective 3. Well, actually, it's worth 2, Ben, because it's card number 23. Yep. If the game goes on, I'm guaranteed 2 more points for Defend at the end of your turn. Now, we've moved everything round. Even if I move me 5 inches with him, my 12-inch range gun can't reach him. I advanced 2 inches with the Neurothrope, so I'm not within range of Smite. So basically, the Order of Fire is the Exocrine because he's 36 inches from him. Then, it's the Carnifex. Then the Hive Guard, and lastly the Tyrannifex. So there's not really much point in any Psychic because it's not going to help me. In fact, I've got a plan. He's going to run 3, so he gets to go 8 inches to about there. And then I'm going to cast Onslaught. I'll reroll the 1 just because. And I get it on a... Oh!
Just battle yourself.
Yeah. For 1 wound. So he's down to 2. But he can now run and charge. So he's going to get a reroll charge at least.
How did you do the green?
So... Shots. What have we got first? Well, we're going to go with the Exocrine first. Okay? So the first shot is going to target him, Ben.
Okay.
So I reroll the 1s. So 2 miss. I'm strength 7, toughness 4, 5. So 3s. So that's 4. It's -3, Ben.
4 6s. Glorious.
He makes 1, and then you've got 6 Disgust and Resiliences to make. You make 1. So that kills him. Next up, though, we're going to have the Carnifex. I need a lot of dice here. Okay, so an atrocious round of firing from the Tyranids there. Everything's poured in, and basically we managed to kill just the 1 flamer and then the next guy. So, we've just worked it out. I'm on 14 points with Slay the Warlord. Ben is on 15. With Slay the Warlord. I've got First Blood. Ben has scored slightly more than me. I would have scored Defend Objective 3 at the end of Ben's next turn. That last draw of cards has probably cost me the game. So Ben, you went first. Does the game continue? On
It's the one time
to turn
I'm
6.
glad that you've got on camera, because every time I've been on camera I've failed. So let's hope that I fail here and manage to actually roll.
I need a 3+. Come on. No!
Yes!
And despite Ben having these and 1 Poxwalker left, he wins by a point. 1 point, Ben.
How do you feel about this?
Yes, Ben, how do you feel? I think if that last round of shooting had gone even slightly different, or if I'd gotten slightly different cards, but not being able to score 4 out of 5 in that last turn, that was, mate.
I thought you were having my bollocks there.
That was awesome. That was fantastic. What do you think of new NIDs?
Really good. I've played them before and it was completely different to this.
Yeah.
But that little bubble there.
You mean me bubble wrap as well? It starts here and goes all the way around here.
Yeah.
And
It's
ends
just
there.
shooting. It's the one thing that if anyone plays Death Guard, just you shooting, it just works. 'Cause I've never seen anything that does shooting. They've never usually failed.
Yeah.
Because combat's just good against them. They do mid-range combat type stuff.
Yeah.
Long range.
Yeah.
They're potatoes at it.
So, a fantastic game from Ben. Thank you very much for a very, very enjoyable game. And these 3 guys have turned heel and are running, and the 1 Poxwalker is wondering what on earth is going on.
You know, after this game, he's going to take everyone on. He's
Yeah.
going to take on the Hive.
So that's it, folks. I hope you've enjoyed the battle report. It's been fantastic being down with Darlington Dogs of War. Please check them out on Facebook. Ben, thank you very much, and we'll see you again next time.